Hello and welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute-a-day podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse, recorded here in the dining room of the Bible Bistro, located in Sharonville, Ohio. Hey there friends, welcome back to Daily Dose Radio here in the Bible Bistro, and today in the Bible Bistro, we're looking at Psalm 28 verses 2 and 3. Now yesterday we talked about this outline that David presents to us on his personal prayer. Number one, the foundation, who is being addressed. Number two, the call, the actual prayer itself. Number three, the subject of the prayer. And then number four, the reason for the subject of the prayer. So in verse 1, we have the foundation to you, O Lord. Number 2, we have his supplication, I call. So David is humbling himself before this God, the Lord God. Number 3, the request, deliver me. And number 4, why am I asking for deliverance? Because I don't want to become like those who go down into the pit. If you're silent to me, that's going to happen. You see, when I humble myself before the Lord and make a supplication, then I'm saying to him, you can do it, I can't. I am incapable of delivering myself. I can't do it. You can. And if you don't listen to me, if you don't hear me, then I'm just going to die because I can't stop that. And so I humble myself before the Lord. A broken man finds himself at the foot of the throne of grace. And, there's a whole lot today that's said about prayer that's not prayer at all. Just like there's a whole lot of things that are said about the gospel that aren't the gospel at all. And one of those things is when we talk about, the good feelings that we're sending someone's way. My thoughts and prayers are with you. Your thoughts have no benefit, absolutely no benefit for the person that you're thinking about. There is no energy that's transferred across the universe to make them feel better. You're not supplying them with some vibration that might help them. Friends, that's just so much hooey. It's just hooey. That's all in the world it is. If you want to benefit someone by doing that, then take the time to call to the Lord God and say, deliver so-and-so, save so-and-so, heal so-and-so, whoever it might be. And then tell him why. Because they've had a car wreck, they're in a tragedy in their family, they're in a tragedy at their work, they're in a tragedy in their community, whatever it might be. Fill in the blank there. But don't say, well, I'm just going to send you my good thoughts. That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. There's no energy or power or efficacy whatsoever in you thinking about somebody else. It's just a meditation that you've had about them. Aren't they sweet people? If you even do that. If you're going to take the time to do that, then pray. Just use your voice and pray. See, there's a whole lot out there that's not prayer. I'm so glad that David takes a moment to give us this very simple, profound outline of prayer. It's a great argument for the need for prayer. Verses 2 and 3 tell us his request. I'm going to read those now. Hear the voice of my supplication. When I cry to you, when I lift up my hands to your holy sanctuary. So here we have more praying. He's saying, hear the voice of my supplication. So we know that this is him with his voice supplicating the Lord. This is number 2, I call. When I cry, that's I call. When I lift up my hands, that's I call to your holy sanctuary. So David is making his request. Verse 3, do not drag me away with the wicked or with the workers of iniquity, those who speak peace to their neighbor, but evil is in their heart. Notice the vivid imagery here. Do not drag me away with the wicked. Ooh, why would you be dragged away with the wicked? And just imagine that scene, being dragged away. The strong men, the executioners are doing that, while the person who's being dragged is begging for mercy, crying out, or screaming, and they're being taken off to punishment, whether to the executioner's block or to prison. Whatever, don't drag me away with the workers of iniquity. Those who speak peace to their neighbor. Now he's going to describe the worker of iniquity. They speak peace to their neighbor, but evil is in their heart. I wonder if he's not thinking about Saul here. I think that maybe some of this request has to do with Saul. I wonder if he's thinking about Saul and how he's treating his neighbor David. He speaks one thing to David one way, but then there's evil in his heart, and Saul's going to act wickedly towards David. Now, tomorrow we're going to see more description of the wicked man. This takes us right back to Psalm 9 and Psalm 10, principally Psalm 10, that tells us about the wicked. We're going to add to that description tomorrow. So join me then here on Daily Dose Radio. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. For more fresh and delicious Bible studies, podcasts, books, and more, check out the Bible Bistro online and on YouTube. Join me again next time for Daily Dose Radio.